For a while now, I've been recording a lot of videos with the Onn Podcast microphone. It really doesn't have a very unique, trademarked kind of name. It's of the Onn brand. It's this guy. It didn't come with the pop filter or the windscreen. It just came looking like that. Frankly, that's probably enough. And I'm going to take off the pop filter and windscreen for a very particular reason. Today I went to the store and I was on a bit of a spending spree. I had to get a couple of other kind of expensive things, and I ended up saving a lot of money on one of them, so I decided to spend that money that I saved and get this guy. That's right, I've crossed over to the dark side. It's the Blue Snowball iCE plug-and-play USB microphone. It claims to be Skype ready and Discord ready. Certified. Skype certified and Discord certified. What does that even mean? Is this going to be indicative of the quality? I don't know. It doesn't say it's YouTube certified. Should I be worried? Now, the first thing that I noticed about this box is that it has absolutely no technical information on it whatsoever. No frequency range, no sensitivity, nothing of the sort. It doesn't even tell you how long the cord is, or whether or not it comes with a cord. But I can only assume that it does. It does say that it has custom condenser capsule, offers crystal clear audio, USB cable, and adjustable desktop stand. Well, there's only one thing to do, and that's open the box. It's also worth noting that I kept my receipt, just in case the Onn Podcast microphone is actually a worthy competitor. And that's kind of the point of the video. I want to see if the Blue Snowball iCE is really all it's cracked up to be, because I see this brand a lot, advertised anyway. Packaging is immaculate. This is what came out of it. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that this thing is heavy. It is heavier than any snowball you've ever thrown, unless you packed rocks. This is probably the most expensive snowball I'll ever own, unless I really, really like it, and then I'll buy the upgrade. This looks like something straight out of Ninja Turtles. This looks like it's gonna hover through the air. What is... no. It's a pack of silica beads to protect the threading. I've never seen that before. Anyway, Blue. It's looking pretty fancy. It looks like, you'd be proud to have something like this on your desktop. It is literally gonna roll away unless I attach the included stand. Surely this must be an improvement over my current microphone situation. But I don't have a lot of trust when it comes to entry-level items from big brands versus their knockoff counterparts. I'm not saying the Onn Podcast microphone is a knockoff to the Blue. In fact, I really don't think it is. Here's our stand, and the Blue is just going to screw right on there. What else do we have? We have a quick start guide, which is 5 pages of English and 36 pages of other languages. Congratulations on your purchase of the Snowball iCE, the fastest and easiest way to get high quality sound for recording and streaming. Powered by a custom Cardioid condenser capsule, Snowball iCE delivers crystal clear audio quality that's light years ahead of your built-in computer microphone. That's not very promising already. It's even Skype certified, which guarantees great sounding results no matter how or where you use it, at home or at the office. And the simple USB connection and plug-and-play operation means you don't need any extra gear. Just plug in and start recording and streaming in amazing quality. Well, that's generally how USB works. Yeah, so no information on the box whatsoever. But when you open it up on page 2, we have a diagram of the frequency response polar pattern. That might be pretty useful to somebody. These charts are a starting point for the sound provided. How the microphone reacts in a particular application will differ depending on sound source, orientation, and distance from sound source, room acoustics, and other factors. It does tell you to go to bluedesigns.com for more tips on miking recording techniques. I have not seen a diagram like that before. Finally, we have, I guess, recommended use cases for why you'd want to use this: podcasting, game streaming, Skype, and music. This is supposed to be suitable for recording vocals or guitar or whatever. Now, a professional knows that that's not quite the case, but this will do in a pinch, I guess, right? The frequency response, this is the meat and potatoes right here, the tech specs. The frequency response is 40 hertz to 18 kilohertz. Now that is inside of the frequency response of the Onn Podcast microphone, which is between 20 hertz and 20,000 kilohertz. This is a sample per word rate of 44.1 kilohertz at 16-bit. That is the same, I think, as the Onn Podcast microphone. And the polar pattern is Cardioid. It has a condenser, pressure gradient with USB digital output. I think that that's just fancy talk. The rest of this is foreign, so we're just going to go ahead and dump out that cable and get started. The cable is a USB Type B. That's not even, I don't think that's mini USB, right? Type B? I think that's Type B. It doesn't matter in the least. Alright, so you are hearing sound from my current microphone, the Onn Podcast microphone, and it is processed. When you hear this, it will have gone through a decibel-based volume filter using Action, Morellis Action software, and then I do kind of control the levels, and sometimes I put in a high-pass or low-pass filter. That's all I do to my audio. And now we're going to see what the Blue Snowball iCE sounds like. Actually gonna disconnect my microphone, connect the Blue Snowball microphone, and go from there. Alright, so you are currently hearing my voice through, right now this is through the smartphone. This is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus's microphone right now. I really don't like how it feels like there's something in there shaking around when I pick it up and move it. Don't like that at all. Alright, so we are recording with the Blue Snowball iCE. Blue Snowball iCE. This is not going to be filtered at all. It is completely raw audio. I'm just recording, speaking straight into the microphone and running it right into Shotcut, and it will be part of the video without any sort of filtering whatsoever. The filter on my Morellis Action is, what is it at? It does not have noise reduction on at all. So, yay! Alright, so that's all. That's it for this test. I'm gonna swallow. Sorry if that sounds gross. That's something that I actually work to edit out. It's the bane of many an audio recorder's existence. Swallowing in general, not just me. And now you're going to be hearing the phone audio, which if it's too quiet, I'm going to add gain. And this is just the Samsung Galaxy's audio. That is all you're hearing right now. Then back to the Blue Snowball iCE, and then we're going to switch right back over to the Onn. Alright, and this is the Onn Podcast microphone. Just the Onn Podcast microphone. There's not going to be any post-processing, no gain control, no noise reduction, no filters of any kind. This is the raw Onn Podcast microphone audio input. Alright, and that's it. We should have our side-by-side ready to review. So while using the Blue Snowball, I'm going to talk about some things that I don't like about the Blue Snowball. One, it seems to be a lot quieter than my Onn Podcast microphone. It might be the very, very slightly more limited frequency range. I don't know that that's it though. It just seems like there's a lot more gain on the Onn Podcast microphone. Secondly, the Onn Podcast microphone comes with that nifty 1/4 inch mounting screw type, and you can connect that to a variety of holders. The Blue, it's got that giant screw-in from the bottom type, which I think is a characteristic standard of more professional microphones. But just because you're more expensive doesn't make you better. And just because you are a well-known brand, which well-known for what, doesn't mean you can churn out cheaper versions of your flagship products and market them towards people who really just want good sound, when the cheapo competitors are doing just as good of a job, if not better. Looking at my microphone side by side, the Blue has a more commanding presence. This is kind of a matter of taste. The Blue sits on your desktop, and it's no question that it's shiny and it's new and it's sleek and it looks like a snowball. The Onn, it has a very distinct shape and purpose look to it as well. But the Blue, I think, unless I really review this audio footage carefully and decide that it has advantages that I'm just not seeing right now, which I've already gone back and looked at the audio from the previous clips in this very same video, I don't see me keeping it. And I know that that's a slight black mark, but I'm here to help you make these decisions too. And right now, I'm kind of still leaning towards the Onn, the $25 microphone versus the Blue, which literally costs twice the price. I may or may not invest into a higher tier product from the Blue company. They have the real Blue Snowball, not the Blue Snowball iCE that I have, but the real Blue Snowball is supposed to have an additional polar pattern. So I'm not sure how useful that is, but it is something that I'm kind of interested in. I don't think it's going to be the next microphone that I buy and test though, so unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be using the Blue in a lot of my videos. And I think the reason for that is the Blue is going to be returned. Sorry, Blue. Your microphone looks nice, but I really don't want to pay for a nice looking microphone. I'll go to the website, I think it's bluedesign.com, and I'm going to look for the miking tips, but since I'm using this microphone in exactly the same capacity, exactly the same setup as my Onn Podcast microphone, I'm not sure that I'm going to be convinced that it has some sort of secret way that I can use it that will convince me to keep it. I'm not going to do a follow-up video specifically for this, but I will make mention of whether or not I continue to use this microphone in future videos. Until those future videos, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, learned something, and if so, pass it on. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.